What's up, everybody? Welcome back, my beautiful people, to the Live with Brandon Blakey podcast. Go ahead and kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. The new women's AP poll in college hoops just dropped. UCLA remains number one. We got some movement, and I'm also still impressed that UCLA or that LSU is still undefeated. Let me get the poll up for you guys. I know I've been away for a little bit. Just got back from a much needed vacation, but now we are back like we never left, y'all. Top 25, we gotta talk about it. We really gotta talk about it, guys. Lot of good teams in this top 25. A lot of the top five pretty much stayed the same. Welcome in, guys. If this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share to stay up with all the latest with the Live Brandon Blakey podcast, and also follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. New top 25. UCLA comes in at number 1. South Carolina remains number 2. Notre Dame 3. USC 4. Texas 5. LSU still undefeated 6. UConn drops to 7. Maryland, a team that I don't think is being talked about enough, that did some great things in the transfer portal. Very well-balanced team in Maryland. Oklahoma, Reagan Beers and Company, number 9. Ohio State rounds out the top 10. How about Ohio State, man? Jelani Cambridge, Cody McMahon, carrying that squad, bro. Like, freshman point guard out there putting in absolute work. And they have a lot of size. They've got some depth, too. Welcome in. Get in here while it's hot, everybody. Welcome in. New AP women's poll. Talk about it. And y'all feel free to hit the chat, man. Let me know what y'all think. So, like I said, we know UCLA remains number 1 in the country. Kiki Rice just scored her 1,000th point. Coach Close got her 300th win. And UCLA is absolutely hooping, man. Gabrielle Marquez, Dooley is coming along for them. Warren Betts, like the bench. You see Janiah Barker, one of their big-time transfers there. They got the young freshman guard out there putting in work as well. This is a deep team, man. London Jones has continued to shoot that rock. Love with Janiah Barker, up and under, athletic, off the bounce. Love what she brings to this team. 6'4", long, athletic wing, plays the 3 and the 4. You also got the shooter, London, right there, knocking down the 3, man. Lauren Betts, she's in that category for Player of the Year. Doing what she does, man. Unselfish right there. Nice pass. Shout out to Leah Gardner, another transfer for this UCLA squad. They did work in the transfer pool. They already had a pretty good group coming back. Those super sophomores turning into super juniors. And then you add to Leah Gardner, you add to Janiah Barker. UCLA is deep. They share the ball. They obviously shoot the stray ball, as we're seeing right there. Great ball movement for this group. They're hitting their stride at the right time. UCLA is hitting their stride at the right time. They're the only team that beat South Carolina so far this season, and they look like the best team in the country since this season was kicked off, man. They're deep. Nobody has the size right now at every position. Like, UCLA is huge at every position. The length, the unselfishness right there. Lauren Betts going to work, taking the contact. Like, it's easy for her, and one. UCLA is absolutely a juggernaut right now. I think they are the best team in the country currently. They're playing the best basketball. Hey, welcome in. Hey, RC, you know the vibes. We got to do it. New top 25 poll. How y'all feeling about UCLA, man? I think this is a very special team. I think Coach Close, shout out to Coach Close getting 300 wins. She's a coach that people weren't sure if she was going to be able to get the job done. She's had so much talent. She's won 300 career games at UCLA so far. She's got this team playing the best basketball they've ever played, in my opinion. Ranked number 1 in the country, straight dominating, man. UCLA is putting in work. I love what this group is doing as far as sharing the basketball. I love what they did in the transfer portal. They're big. They're physical. They share the basketball. They can shoot the 3. They can play big, play inside out. They really just get good shots and knock them down, man. Just pulling up the clips from UCLA, especially talking about the depth of this team, the length, the ball movement, the depth is insane. What they did, I mentioned Tamia Gardner, Gabriella Jaquez getting it done. Doolittle is really starting to play good basketball. She had a good season last year. They got a freshman that's playing great minutes for them at the point guard spot. Janiah Barker off the dribble up and under double clutch is easy and one. This team is stacked, man. I love what they did in the portal. I love Tamia Gardner. Like, yeah, they're tough. Janiah Barker is definitely big time energy. She's a blueprint that you need. She makes game winning plays, man. She makes winning plays. Yeah, Nebraska definitely. Hey, don't sleep on Nebraska still, man. They got some shooters. They upset Iowa last year. I know you remember that, RC. Yeah, Janiah Barker, Janiah Rock, Frederick. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. So yeah, UCLA coming in at #1, definitely doing their thing this season. USC, South Carolina, #2. They're still finding their offensive identity. But look at Ashley Watkins, a.k.a. Ashley Watkins out there. Man, they put up 24 points off of turnovers in this game in their last game against Walker. And you talk about, and then Joyce Edwards, bro. Joyce Edwards is different. Behind the back reverse right there, she's different. Malaysia Fulwali with the 3. This team is deep. They're still finding. We know typical South Carolina, right? We know typical South Carolina. Get it down low, have a dominant big that commands a double team, and kick the ball out. They're having to play more on the perimeter. They're using their defense to force all types of turnovers, and that's what's really keeping them in every game and separating them. The defense, forcing turnovers, jumping passing lanes. You got Malaysia Fulwali, Tessa Johnson out there locking up. And then the emergence of Joyce Edwards. She's so tough. The emergence of Joyce Edwards for South Carolina. She put up back-to-back career high scoring nights. Had 18, then had 20 the next game. Like, bro, behind the back reverse is insane. As a freshman, and they got her playing the 5? Like, she handling the ball like that? Forget about it, man. Forget about it. And, hey, we know the SEC is going to be brutal, man. Tennessee is a squad that I really like that can really shoot the basketball. Talasia Cooper's out there putting in work. They got some good size. Ole Miss is a team you can't sleep on in the SEC. Coach Yo has her group really always locked in defensively. They're physical, they're scrappy, and they compete hard every possession, man. Of course, LSU's going to be there. LSU is going to be there. They're still undefeated, playing absolutely great basketball. LSU continues to pass every test. And I don't know who said that they were out on Aaliyah Chavez, by the way. But Coach Kim Mulkey and staff pulled up to watch her play. #1 player in the country. Still on LSU's radar, man. I know people were talking about that. I think they said about the NIL and how she wanted $1 million and LSU wasn't going to pay. First off, LSU is NIL University, man. Y'all see that documentary they got on Amazon right now? LSU athletes are getting paid. But I just want to throw that little nugget out there. They're still in the running for the #1 point guard. They have a top 3 class right now with 4 top 30 players in the country. Another guard, if they get Aaliyah Chavez, I would have to definitely put them at the #1 class in the country. They still need to recruit some bigs, but if you can land a generational point guard like Chavez to pair with Burridge and Knox and these other guards, oh my gosh, it's going to be very spooky out there in Baton Rouge. I'm just saying. LSU still undefeated. Anissa Morrow moved up to 5th all-time in double-doubles, playing great basketball. Flau'jae Johnson has been on another level. I don't know if it's the fact that Simone Augustus has unlocked like she has had Flau'jae flip a switch, man. But Flau'jae Johnson has been on an absolute another level this season. I'm telling you right now. LSU is definitely going to have something to say about that SEC championship. Yo, Lucy Olsen, 6 points. Man, and RC, you hit it on the head, man. I think O'Grady has really come back down to earth. You hit it on the head. She had a very strong start to the season, but kind of has come down to earth. You said that a few weeks ago. You definitely hit that on the head. But shout out Hannah Stokey, though. Big game Stokey. And Iowa back in the top 25 after a couple wins. They've gone undefeated against the state of Iowa, proving that the Iowa still belongs to the Hawkeyes. Give me y'all's biggest takeaway so far, though. I'm going to keep going through these teams, but y'all holler at me. Any questions, I'm answering. Talk to me in the chat. I got y'all. Ain't nobody on YouTube showing UCLA but me I know of, so salute to... Hey, RC, I got you. I'm here for it. Who can beat UCLA? Betts is just unstoppable. Who can stop her? Shaquem, welcome in. Welcome in. Man, I thought the depth and the length and the bodies of South Carolina would bother Betts, but she ate them girls up. One-on-one, nobody is stopping Lauren Betts. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you right now. And UCLA is so freaking deep, bro. It makes no sense, man. They are so deep. Hey, speaking of the SEC, though, I got to shout out HBCU, Norfolk State. How about them getting the dub over Auburn and Maria Scott? They're second. They beat Missouri, too. HBCU didn't beat that. It's 2-0 against SEC teams. They got Diamond Jones down there. They transferred to NC State. Or Diamond Johnson, who was a dog at NC State last year, transferred as a grad transfer. And she's out there killing it. Shout out Norfolk State. HBCUs. Some love. Big win for them. Just wanted to get that in there real quick. And then how about Notre Dame, man? Coach Ivy getting her 1,000th win. Notre Dame is a very special group as well. We'll talk about them, but this was a really cool moment, man. You can tell they have a lot of fun, and she's got a lot of love for this team. And they got a lot of love for her. Love this man.
Dream come true for me to be able to be your coach, but also to be able to coach at a university that I love with all my heart. And to see what you guys are doing here, carrying the legacy, it means more than just a win. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, allowing me to be your coach, allowing me to coach you sometimes harder than other times, but you know that it's coming from a place of love. So I just want to thank you. And thank you for this moment and giving us 100 wins. So thank you.
Gotta love that. Gotta love the energy, the connection. Like, she is truly a player's coach, man. Shout out Coach Ivy on 1,000 wins. Shout out Coach Close at UCLA on 300 wins. Shout out to Olivia Miles, ACC Player of the Year, back-to-back triple doubles. Chill. And then we already know what Hannah Hidalgo. She's just a special talent. She's been the best player in the country, in my opinion. She's just must-watch TV. You see her top down, three ball right there. Talk about ass energy, entertaining the crowd, dropping dimes right there. She is a special player, man. She never looks uncomfortable. She controls the tempo. It's fast. Like, she's giving it to UConn. She right there, y'all see. She was giving UConn all types of work. She gave USC work. She's got that flair. She's got that confidence. She plays with tenacity. Love what her and Olivia Miles look like together, man. People were saying, they weren't sure how these two pieces would fit, but her and Olivia Miles have looked sensational together, man. And you look at Sonia Citrone, what she's doing as well with this group. UCLA's a special bunch. Kate Koval is coming along. She's made strides. And the scary thing is, they don't even have Maddie Westbeld, their best shooting big right now. Yo, RC, y'all gonna have to fight them Texas schools for. Y'all gonna have to fight them Texas schools for Aaliyah Chavez. Right now, Frederick, I gotta give it to Hannah Hidalgo. Hannah Hidalgo has been the best player in the country in this young season so far. Hannah Hidalgo. She's absolutely been the best player in the country so far this season. Averaging more points than she did last year. Tenacity, compassion. She reminds me of Trey Young. And she's just locked down. She's one of the most entertaining players to watch. She's shown up every single big game for Notre Dame this season. She's the best player in the country right now. Nobody is playing at a higher level than Hannah Hidalgo. I would stand on that right now. She's just sensational. She's a dog, bro. Like, she's just a competitor. I gotta give it to Hidalgo. I gotta give it to Hidalgo right now. There's a lot of great players that are playing great basketball, though. I don't think Laxton out of Florida State, man, she's leading the country in scoring. I don't think she gets talked about enough, but she's a walking bucket as well. She's playing great basketball as well. Haley Van Lith has been cooking too, man. TCU still ranked in that bunch too. Let me get the rankings back up. Were there any big surprises for y'all in the top 25? And I'll catch up in the comments in just 1 second. All right, there's the top 25 right there. I had to mix in some videos, some sound, some graphics. I had to make it a whole show for y'all, man. We are back like we never left. Let's see. Let me catch up in the comments. Holler at me in the chat. If this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Yo, Olivia Miles really might go number 2 in the draft. I'm just saying. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Lauren Betts, Kiki Rice calmed me down versus Nebraska because I'm about to flip my wig when Nebraska was hanging around. Yeah, man, Nebraska. If you got shooters, if you got 3-point shooters, man, that can make tough shots, guards that can control the tempo and make plays, you're gonna be in a lot of games. But Brandon, can we? I honestly think UCLA can win a championship. I know Coach Close has had a lot of talent, and people feel like she's underachieved with this roster in the last couple of years. But if it's gonna happen, it might as well be this year, man. What they did in the transfer portal, adding Janiah Barker, adding Tamia Gardner, bringing in a great freshman class, like UCLA, they got all the pieces for a championship recipe. They got all the ingredients. LS who? Sheesh, Shaquem. Pop your ish. They're definitely guard heavy. LSU is a very guard heavy team. I think they're going to have a better team this year than they did last year, man. Flage is playing incredible. Michaela Williams has been on fire as of late, scoring the basketball. Shots are falling. Anissa Morrow continues to be one of the most dominant rebounders we've seen in the last 3 seasons in women's college hoops. At 6'1", bro, she plays so much bigger. If LSU had a legitimate big, I mean, they'd be easily a top 4 team in the country. Easily, if they had a big. They don't, but they're playing to their strengths. And Coach Kim Mulkey does a great job of getting the best out of her players, man. I will say she's going to play to their strengths. I love what Kaylin Gilbert is bringing to this group as a spark plug off the bench. Instant offense for this group. Perimeter shots are starting to fall. Last year, Poe is getting into a better rhythm. Cheyenne Day Wilson been a steady point guard presence for this group. Jada Richard has been a surprise freshman guard for them. You know, is Bartlett going to step up? Is Del Rosario, is something going to click for her? Is she going to transfer out? They need Bartlett. They need Del Rosario. They need, or Samaya Smith even. They need one of these front court players to help Anissa Morrow. It cannot all be on Morrow. It cannot all be on Morrow, man. Yeah, I see Anna Hidalgo is the best player in the country. However, Lauren Betts is the biggest terror in the country. Yeah, I mean, nobody has had an answer for Lauren Betts. Nobody has had an answer for Lauren Betts all season. All season. They try to double her. She's a gifted passer, as we saw in the clip. Like, she's got court vision. She's unselfish. But if you do put her one-on-one, she's going straight through the defense and finishing. Strong. Bro, I don't think, honestly, Frederick, if I'm looking at the top 25, let me look. I know for a fact, for me, Tennessee is a sleeper. Tennessee is definitely a sleeper for me, man. They're at 15th right now. I think they're a talented group. Georgia Tech. People aren't talking about Georgia Tech. They keep winning. Robert, welcome in. Welcome in. Georgia Tech keeps winning. Maryland is a team, man. I love Sailor Poffenbarger. Like, they went in the transfer portal and brought in some serious talent. They've got great guard play going on down there. They share the basketball. I think they're a deep team. Kentucky is getting back to their winning ways. Love Georgia Moore out there. Alabama, I think, has been a big surprise. They lost a lot of transfers, but continue to, play good basketball and win games and compete. But yeah, and my biggest sleeper would probably be Maryland, and it's kind of crazy saying that a team that's 8th in the country is a sleeper. Reagan Beers is probably the second best big in the country behind Lauren Betts at Oklahoma. And they got some shooters as well. Like, they share the basketball. Beers is just so skilled. She can pass it. She can shoot it. She runs the floor pretty well. TCU also, I know they took a drubbing, an absolute blowout loss to South Carolina, but they've been rolling since then, man. Haley Van Lith has been one of the best guards in the country. Maddie Connor has continued. Yeah, she had a 30 ball the other day. Continues to be one of the best and most prolific three-point shooter. Of course, Sedona Prince, 6'7", very skilled, has played herself into the first round of WNBA draft. Had a bad game against South Carolina, but a lot of people do. Not going to hold that against them. They got a whole lot of new faces on this team, and they're still gelling. We're not even halfway through the season yet. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Robert. Georgia Tech continues to win. Nobody's talking about them, but the Yellow Jackets continue to win ball games. Tennessee set the record for the 3-point makes in women's college hoops. They got a new coach in her first year, putting in absolute work. Kiki Rice shot a perfect game last game. I think she was 9 for 9. She is definitely in her bag right now. She's playing a little off ball. She can, we know that she's a playmaker, pass first guard at times too. Vaughn, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, you can only play who's on the schedule, but respect. Respect. I will say Georgia Tech hasn't beat anybody notable. Tennessee beat Iowa, though. A really good Iowa team, in my opinion. Tennessee has continued to just play. They're a strong offense. They continue to just light it up from three. They're gonna play fast and they're gonna shoot a lot of threes. That's what we've learned about Tennessee so far. That's what we've learned about Tennessee. But conference play is starting up. And I want to see Georgia Tech against Louisville. I want to see them against Duke and Carolina. Like this is the time of year we really find out who are the contenders and who are the pretenders. This is where we find it. Who are some sleepers y'all have though? Those would be some of my sleepers, man. I still think we haven't seen the best of Iowa. NC State lost several games, but they've definitely been battle tested, man. Michigan, Silas Swords is incredible. After losing their leading scorer to Texas, Michigan, man, they got a really young team, but they're playing great basketball. USC, of course, Juju Watkins, Kiki Apron continue to be a dynamic duo. Kaylee Heckle has given them some solid minutes at the point guard spot the last couple of games. I know that that was one thing that we were talking about with them was who's going to be the primary ball handler so Juju could stop handling the ball so much and play more off ball. And Heckle has stepped up to the task as a freshman. And they also got Kennedy Smith back, who has been playing really good for them as well. Yeah, definitely check out GT and Maryland. If you look at their play from a quantitative standpoint, Anna is better than Lauren Betts. But who can impact a game more, Hannah or Betts? Betts open too much opportunities for teammates. That's true. She commands a lot of attention, and it's also always hard to compare a big to like a guard too, because Lauren Betts needs somebody to pass her the ball, and Hannah Hidalgo has the ball a lot more in her hands. But Lauren Betts has shown you can run the offense through her. She's a gifted passer, has improved on the mid range, really good rebounder. She's blocking shots. She's moving well. She's in better shape. Yeah, definitely not as polished as Caitlin Clark. Not right now. She is an absolute bucket though, but she's still figuring it out. Like she still looks like a freshman at times. But yeah, the highest ranked player I think to ever come out of Canada, man. Swartz is a dog. She when she put herself on the map when she had that big game against South Carolina, Michigan almost got that upset. Yes. Y'all holler at me in the comments, so let me know. Let me know how y'all feel. I love Notre Dame. Love Coach Ivy. Like, with most teams being off, some teams did play. Some of these teams in the top 25 didn't even have a game this week, or last week. It's been a break, so a lot of the teams stayed stagnant this one. A lot of the teams stayed stagnant, but it's a solid 25. It's a solid 25. If the Fevers keep the eighth pick in the draft, who do you think will be available for the? If they honestly, I think the best fit for the Fever would be Sonya Citron. When you talk about a 3-and-D wing, championship type level player that's going to make plays on both ends long, gave Paige Beckers a lot of issues, gave Juju Watkins a lot of issues, can really shoot the three really well, can create off the dribble as a secondary ball handler. I think Sonya Citron would be a great fit for the Indiana Fever. Brandon, what do you think it does for UCLA's program if we come up with the Praz Chavez commitment? I mean, that would be major. That would be really major for them to bring her in. I mean, you got the heir apparent replacement for Kiki Rice. You get a player that is going to be around the program for several years that you can build the offense around. That I think other players are going to want to play with as well. I could see her doing some recruiting and getting a potential super class even next year for UCLA. I think it'll be very interesting. I mean, they do currently have the freshman point guard from Finland that's really really good. But Aaliyah Chavez would be a major commitment, man. She's #1 player in the country for a reason. She scores the basketball from all three levels. Elite playmaker, guards, great size at the guard position. Like, not really many holes in her game to talk about. That would definitely be big. I know those Texas schools are going to be fighting for a commitment too, man. It may be a struggle to get Aaliyah Chavez out of Texas because she's going to have a high NIL demand. Y'all just see AJ DeBonza, the #1 player for the men's side, is going to BYU after getting a $4 million NIL deal package put together for him. So, I think NIL, especially with the Texas schools, could definitely be in play. Yes, Citron, Caitlin's Throne. Okay, okay. RC got the bars tonight. But yeah, holler at me in the chat. Let me know if this is y'all's first time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Stay up with all the latest and the greatest. But yeah, there's a lot of. I think the talent is a lot more spread out this season than it was last year. I gotta admit. I gotta say that. I think the talent, like a lot of teams, got a lot better in the transfer portal. A lot of teams got a lot better in the transfer portal, without a doubt. Bro, Texas, if Texas were to land, and that's the type of program like Texas, and y'all saw Texas Tech paid $1 million for a pitcher in softball, right? So imagine what Texas Tech would do to get Aaliyah Chavez. I'm just saying. But Texas getting the replacement for Rory Harmon, having Chavez and Booker play the next several seasons together would be spooky. Where do y'all think is the best fit? Let's get a poll. Yo, James, welcome in, my God. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna get a poll up, man. Let's see. Where do y'all want to see? What would be the best fit for #1 player in the country, Aaliyah Chavez? Let's see. Where do you want to see Aaliyah Chavez play college? Where do y'all want to see Aaliyah Chavez play college? I'm about to get a poll up. Say Texas. Say LSU. We could say UCLA. And I'm going to throw Texas Tech in there too, because I think that it's going to be really hard to get her out of the state of Texas. Where do you want to see Aaliyah Chavez play? She is the #1 player in the country right now. Uh, I feel like that term generational talent gets thrown around a lot, but we could really be talking about that here. Like it's not even close. She's hands down by far the #1 player in the 2024 class, hands down. Texas, they're gonna have a point guard opening. Unlike LSU, they have a crowded backcourt. UCLA has a crowded backcourt. Texas Tech doesn't really have a whole lot going on as far as talent to put around her. But they do, Cheryl Swoops went there. They've won a national championship. Maybe they landed Leah Chavez. They throw her a crazy bag, and she launches their basketball program back into that peak stratosphere. I will say Texas Tech dropped $1 million in NIL to get a pitcher. I believe she was from Stanford softball team to transfer there. I'm just saying, Texas Tech, man, big money out there in Lubbock, and that's close to where she's from. Like to get her to stay home, play in front of her home crowd, put Texas Tech back on the map, play in front of her family every night, not have to really leave home. Texas Tech has got some money down there now. I'm just saying. Texas. I think it's going to be really hard to get her out of the state of Texas. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I think it's going to be really hard to get her out of the state of Texas. I think that those schools are going to throw big money. Texas is the richest athletic department in the country. We know they have the donors, they have the NIL money. They're looking, it seems like, to take women's basketball very serious. The fit with Texas would be perfect. You got Rory Harmon, who'll be moving on to the WNBA draft, so the point guard spot is wide open. You got Madison Booker coming back, one of the best players in the country that would form an immediate dynamic duo. If they can unlock Layla Filia, get her playing how she was playing at Michigan last year, averaging like 18 a game, like Texas would be definitely in the running, man. I think that would be a great fit. I think her style, their fast pace, and the way that they let their guards operate with the basketball, make plays, run a lot of high pick and roll, lets them make decisions, split second decisions. Like Aaliyah Chavez is a player that's going to dominate the basketball. If you've seen her play, she dominates the basketball. She's got crazy handles. She's got it on a string. 30 players in the country. Most of, I mean, they have a lot of perimeter players that they're adding, but Burge is the truth, Knox is the truth. Like they have four really, really good players that are coming in, and Aaliyah Chavez can come in and provide another body at the point guard position. Would she start at point guard? I think Aaliyah Chavez right now is better than any guard other than Flau'jae Johnson and Michaela Williams on this team. Like she would immediately, I think, come in and start for LSU at the one. That's no disrespect to Miracle Shepard, Cheyenne Day Wilson, who won't be there. That's no disrespect to Caitlin Gilbert, but I think she would definitely be the best point guard on that roster. LSU's bringing in an incredible class. I know I'm leaving off two players, but they have a incredible class coming in, and Aaliyah Chavez would definitely push them to number one. Like Devon Burridge, one of the most craftiest guards in the country, coming in. Gatorade Player of the Year for Iowa. She's RC. She came in there and snatched one from Iowa. When you talk about an explosive guard that's got that like Jelani Cambridge, Malaysia Full Wiley, just all handled. You're not if you reach, she will teach, and she's just very good at shifting gears, stopping on a dime, and making contested shots. Bella Knox is the top recruit. She's top 10 recruit. She's number 6 on some, number 5, depending on where you look. She's really really talented. Just forward, plays the 3, can play the 4. Kind of reminds you of Anissa Morrow a little bit, but with a better shot. Can handle the basketball, rebounds really well, can post up, can hit the fadeaway, can shoot the 3. She's really physical. Zakiya Johnson, she's been as high as number 4 in this class as well. Depending on what list you look at, Zakiya Johnson is a dog. Gatorade Player of the Year out of Kentucky. She's incredible. They just have done a really good job of putting together a talented 2025 class. I don't know if they are expecting Flau'jae Johnson to leave early. But if they do, it's going to be Michaela Williams and a bunch of freshmen. And they are bringing back, I mean, of course, I believe Caitlin Gilbert will be back. She's super talented. Bella Hans is another really talented guard that may be the best shooter on this team when she comes in from day one. You talk about just a knockdown volume 3-point shooter. They're going to have a nice blend of veterans as well as this freshman influx with that class. And if you throw in Aaliyah Chavez, it takes it to another stratosphere. Oh, yeah, RC, she's a baddie. She's a baddie. He's a baddie. And then we know LSU's track record, Coach Kim Mulkey and landing big-time recruits, man. They missed on a lot of them this year. They missed on Jelani Cambridge. They missed on Joyce Edwards. They missed on Sarah Strong. So this was the year that they are making up for it. And she's doing a hell of a job. And they're not done yet. So I think Aaliyah Chavez would be a really good fit for LSU. She would definitely get that NIL money, which she's been vocal about. That is something that is going to have an impact. She would get that NIL money at LSU. Coach Kim Mulkey, one of the best coaches in the country, especially coaching point guards. She would flourish. Another fast-paced offense where guards definitely get to push the pace, have the ball in their hands to make plays. Disrespectfully classy. Mark, welcome in, welcome in. Yes, sir, welcome in. But Texas would be good. LSU would be good. UCLA, man, they're gonna have a crowded backcourt. That's the only thing. That's the only thing, man. They're gonna have a crowded backcourt. You still have Kiki Rice on the roster. Looking at their guards. So you still have her on the roster coming back. You still have London Jones, who I mean she's more of a two, but you really are going to be competing with touches if Kiki Rice comes back, and also Alina Arizalo, man, out of Finland, who I was talking about, the 5'10" freshman. She's taken over as a starting point guard for this team, for UCLA. I would assume she's gonna be the starting point guard next year. So that could be a conflict for Aaliyah Chavez. Now she has proven that she can play with other point guards, but that could be a conflict. That right there, specifically with Rice, with Elena there, that could keep UCLA out of the running. Brandon, I'm actually gonna demand that Iowa doesn't waste Deal's talent. Hey, Deal is that Deal, man. She's definitely gonna be a really great addition for that team. But yeah, it seems like everybody's pretty divided. Seems like everybody's pretty divided on what's going on. Seems like I mean, Texas would be a good fit. LSU would be a good fit if she's looking to play immediately. UCLA, she might not get as many touches, as many shots as she wants. Texas Tech, she'd have the green light. She getting all the NIL money. She taking all the shots, and they're just gonna have to find players in the portal or recruit really heavy the state of Texas to find some talent. Now she's not worried about competing for a championship right off the bat, and she just wants to win Freshman of the Year, get her numbers, get her NIL, and bounce. Texas Tech might be the move. I'm just saying. Texas Tech might be the move. Frederick, thanks for that update, man. I'm playing in my fantasy football championship right now, and I got Jamison Williams, who's already got 2 tutties, and I also got Jameer Gibbs. I need him to keep eating, and I also have their kicker Bates, man, who already missed the extra point. I don't like that, but yeah, I'm in the championship right now in my fraternity league. So we get active right now. We need these dubs. I need it. Tell them to pay me bring me my money. Facts. Dre, keep talking, keep talking. It's gonna be hard to get her out of the state of Texas. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's gonna be hard to get Aaliyah Chavez out of the state of Texas. Bernie, you think Gabriela Jaquez can be a pro? I mean, she is so versatile. She boards, she shoots, she can slap. I agree with all that. And she plays softball. She's a multi-sport athlete. I love multi-sport athletes. The hand-eye coordination is there. You know if she's on the softball field. Great size, like you said, versatile, can shoot it, grabs rebounds, hustles, has a high motor, runs the floor extremely hard in transition. Yeah, man, Jaquez is going to be a sleeper for sure. Man, I don't know. I don't trust Notre Dame in them big games. Not Notre Dame football. They did do work though, man. I love Coach Freeman. Coach Freeman's that guy. Coach Freeman is that guy, man. Georgia though, I mean, and also we gotta mention too. If you are gonna catch Georgia slipping, they don't have Carson Beck right now. He's not playing. They're playing with a backup. So, hey, if you're gonna get Georgia, this is the time to do it. Stack that box against ETN. We'll see though. We'll see. Notre Dame. I really like Riley Leonard, man. I hosted a Duke football podcast all last season, so I saw a lot of him. I really like Riley Leonard. I don't think they throw the ball that well, but they run the hell out of it. I tell you that. Most of these parents not trying to travel in the UN. UT's in Austin is like a pro team with a bunch of alumni full money. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play out in front of packed stadiums, have Class A elite facilities, and have a chance to win a championship, but remain in your home state of Texas, yeah, UT's the way to go, in my opinion. Bro, Penn State, yeah, I don't see Boise State, man. Gentry's definitely gonna get his. I love Ashton Gentry. I'm trying to get him in my dynasty league. I got 2 first-round picks. I'm trying to draft him next season. It'll be interesting. They're definitely gonna stack that box against him, though, man. Penn State though has been a surprise. They never win the big games against the top AP top 10 teams. So we'll see. They got the easiest path, in my opinion, though. Yeah, Juju wants to enter the WNBA draft, yo. Honestly, Juju definitely could play in the WNBA, but she has to take better care of the basketball, man. She be dribbling high as hell, and she be getting her pocket picked. And I feel like she kind of weak with the basketball sometimes, like kind of just nonchalant in ways when she's getting those turnovers sometimes. So I think she's got to tighten up on the handle a bit. But she's definitely ready for WNBA. The fact that we have to see 2 more seasons of Juju terrorizing or women's college hoops after this season is insane. I will say though, man, I love that the women's game. The part of it that I do love about them not having the one and done rule is we get to really get familiar with players and see them for multiple years, get to know their personalities, and see them grow as basketball players for 4 years. The relatability, that's what separates the women's game from the men's game. Guys, if this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. And join our memberships, man. We got exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Talk to me there. We're doing a lot of. Hey, man, I don't know if y'all saw. I put out a movie review too. I went and saw the Clarissa Shields movie, The Fight Inside, or Fire Inside, on Christmas Day. Man, Ryan Destiny was incredible in that movie. Y'all go check out my review, man. I'm trying to do more. Of course, I always have the women's college content. I always have other pro stories as well, or just sports stories as well. But I'm definitely trying to do more entertainment as well as movie and music reviews and stuff like that too. So I'm locking in on everything, man. I'm gonna be a one-stop shop for y'all. Yep, I reviewed that movie. RC, it's on my page. Go check it out. Go check out the review. I reviewed the Clarissa Shields movie. Ryan Destiny. If you know the show Star, like she was incredible. She's an incredible actress, and she definitely really embraced boxing. Because the scenes are really shot well and they look really, really genuine. Yeah, I would agree, Frederick. I could definitely say she needs another season in college. Sleepy, what's good? What's good? Yeah, yeah, man. I gotta get more. I gotta keep y'all up to date with more WNBA stories. I did do one about Sabrina Ionescu joining the Unrivaled League though. So I've been trying to do some WNBA stories too. But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting season, man. The WNBA, the way them schedules release, oh man, the storylines write themselves. The WNBA wants all the smoke. Y'all see Caitlin Clark putting in work. Aaliyah Boston been in the lab. Angel Reese been in the lab. Like players are getting better right now. Some playing overseas. Kennedy Carter, Kelsey Mitchell putting in work in China. Hey, what do I rate the movie, Frederick? I'd say I'd give it a 7. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think they focus a lot on her amateur career. Like majority of the movie is pretty much based on her winning those 2 gold medals. I think it would have been cool to see more of her pro success to understand, how far she truly came. We didn't really get to see any of her pro action. I think that would have been cool to see, her continue to ascend to the next level. They mentioned they don't really give much on her family either, man. Like her mom is kind of crappy in the movie and be partying, and her friends be hitting on a young Clarissa, which is creepy. And then she's got 2 siblings that she takes care of that she feeds and takes care of, a brother and a sister. Her sister ends up getting pregnant. Not to give y'all any spoilers, but it already happened. It's out there. So but they don't really develop like a relationship with her and her siblings, man. There were times where little pockets of the movie where you kind of felt like, dang, I kind of want this to be over, and then something crazy would happen, and some action would happen, and some motivation. It'd be like, okay, I'm rocking with it. But yeah, I give it a 7 out of 10. I'd recommend going to see it, but definitely check out my movie review as well. Yo, RC, hey, okay, okay, RC, I'm about to check you out, bro. I'm about to check you out. Yes, yes, respect. Yeah, I give it a 7, solid 7. Yeah, check out the trailer, Jack. We need more WNBA teams. Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do. We're seeing expansion come out in Golden State, out in Toronto. But hey, man, Utah deserves a team. I think Portland deserves a team. Houston deserves a team. Bring back the Charlotte Sting. You know, there's a lot of states around the country that are wanting a team. Bro, it is. RC, it definitely is. It definitely is. And you put so much time into it. And, you know, you never know which ones are going to hit and which ones aren't. Which ones people are going to fly over. Yo, hey, Angel Reese out there working on the three ball, working on the jump shot, working on the handle. She just needs to model her game after Nafisa Collier, man. Cause she's got some of the same characteristics with the ball handling, with the point forward ability, with, you know, just her being able to attack the cup relentlessly. She just needs to work on just being more fluid with the basketball. But I think we're going to see a much improved Angel Reese this year, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Yeah, Utah beat Notre Dame, man. Telling you. They lost their coach and Alyssa Peely, and they still balled. Yes, holler at me in the chat. Talk to me, talk to me. Y'all know, hey, man. Shout out to y'all. I feel like I got the best chat on YouTube, hands down. Y'all always bring the noise. Much love to y'all. Like, none of this is possible without you guys, man. So, big, big ups to y'all. Yeah, Utah, man. Utah might surprise some teams. Yeah, I think we see a much improved Angel Reese this season. I'm excited to see Cameron Brink work her way back. Rakia Jackson, I think, will be improved. She had a really good freshman or rookie year as well. Yeah, I remember last year she had the knee injury. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that, RC. You're not lying. You're not lying, bro. You're not lying. You are not lying. You're spitting straight facts right now, man. It's like certain people, you know, they focus on specific teams because a lot of people, man, if you're not talking about a certain team, a lot of people won't tune in. I think the college game absolutely misses Caitlin Clark. I think it misses Angel Reese too. I mean, they're trying to push this rivalry between Juju and Paige, but there's not like a real like rivalry right now in women's college hoops like it was when Angel Reese was there. I'm gonna say both of them. I'm gonna say both of them. Great. That's a great poll. I mean, that rivalry single handedly catapulted women's college hoops into a stratosphere we have never seen. That rivalry single handedly. What did y'all end up with? Oh, okay, 30% LSU, 30% Texas Tech for Aaliyah Chavez. But that rivalry single handedly pushed women's college hoops into the stratosphere, man. It divided people. It put people on two separate sides. It brought out a lot of ugliness, but it also added a lot of value to the game and brought in a hell of a lot of new fans. There's no rivalry right there like that right now going on. There's absolutely no rivalry that gets the blood boiling like they did. I gotta say, that type of rivalry is not out there. It's not out there right now. Yeah, that I mean the rivalry. There's no rivalry like that right now. That's getting the fans' blood boiling quite like, or getting the nation's attention quite like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Man, they're. I think the game is missing that. They're trying to push Juju Watkins versus Paige Beckers, which they're two great players. They absolutely are, but it's not the same. There's no like bad blood there. There's no bad blood there at all. Like that, they're just two really good players competing at two historic programs. But there's not that bad blood, that the division, the choosing sides, the headline news every single game, like they're playing every week. Like, you know what I'm saying? We saw with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese the way they lifted the sport together, synonymous with one another. I do think the game is missing that. Yeah, absolutely. Iowa LSU rivalry, like a home and home series, that would feed families. LSU versus South Carolina, that will get folks going. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Absolutely. LSU and South Carolina definitely will get people's attention. I agree with that. That's gonna be a fun game, man. De'Aaron Fox requested a trade. I saw he came out and was like pissed about how they were trying to portray it like he didn't care that Mike Brown got fired, or like they had some bad blood in their relationship. Like he definitely cleared the air on that. He definitely cleared the air on that. Guys, if this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff to stay up with the latest and the greatest. Join our memberships. We got exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Go ahead, comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. This is our first live this week, back like I never left. We are talking about the top 25 poll right now. We are separating the contenders from the pretenders. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox, that would be crazy if he left the Kings. Let me know how you feel. Shout out Coach Ivy out of Notre Dame, quickest coach in their program history to 1,000 wins. Coach Close, UCLA got 300. Anissa Morrow, fifth all time in double doubles in women's college hoops history. Kiki Rice scored 1,000 points, like career points. It was a lot of great accomplishments that happened recently. And we're getting ready to get started in conference play. That's when we really find out what teams are made of. Yeah, I really like Maryland. I think they're deep. They have a lot of offensive firepower. They're well coached. They brought in a lot of transfers. They did work in the portal. They might have, other than UCLA and TCU as well, like Maryland probably brought in the best portal haul. They probably brought in the best portal haul. They brought in a lot of offense. They brought in a lot of offense. They brought in a lot of veterans that have played a lot of big games. I mean, I love what they're doing. You got Smickle out there leading the way, 17.8 points per game, getting it done for this group. Um, I really like Sellers as well in the backcourt. Like they're a dynamic backcourt, man. They really are. And then I love Sailor Poffenberger as well. They got size, they got length, they can really shoot the basketball, and they have two guards that can absolutely make plays. Sellers leads the team with 5.6 assists. She's been really, really good this season. They have a really good backcourt, two players that can get to the cup, that can really shoot the basketball, make plays for each other, or other players make plays for themselves as well. Pharaoh, welcome in, welcome in. Hey man, Kiki Riepon was dominant. I love Silas Swords though. She's one of the best freshmen in the country. I think she's going to be a star, but I think Kiki Riepon did Kiki things and took over that game. Brandon, I got that baked chicken and the tenders smelling. Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dre in there water whipping. Yes, sir. Got the kitchen rocking. That sound good, man. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see what the poll looking like, peeps. Let me see what we looking like, chat. 56% of y'all. Y'all, we got 30 people in here right now. Go ahead and vote. Let me see the votes. We got 9 votes and 30 people. Something ain't adding up. 56% people say yes, the rivalry is missed. 44% say we over that. It's time to talk about something new. Dre said he got that baked chicken. What you got for the sides, my boy? I'm trying to drink this water and read the chat at the same time. That's why I'm turning like that. Y'all back like we never left. Yeah, I be trying to branch out and cover other topics, man. But I gotta keep y'all locked in on the women's college basketball content. Yeah, hey Dre, what's the deal? Working way, we trying to get a plate. Trying to get a plate, my boy. We trying to get a plate all for you. Yo, do any of y'all do any of y'all be sports betting? Anybody be putting parlays in or nah? I know I do. It's legal in New York where I'm at, so I stay putting them parlays in. Might have to start giving some locks. Or taking some locks. Let me know, let me know, let me know. But yeah, that top 25, man, it's UCLA and everybody else. If South Carolina sees them again, I do see the game going different. It'll be way more close, way more physical. Lindy, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, y'all gotta turn the notifications on. Welcome in, Lindy. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. You know that. Lindy says you don't need a rivalry with that drama. Let's just keep it basketball. Can Maryland beat USC? I mean, I think if anything, Pharaoh, what we've seen for real is anybody can lose on any given night. Do they have the talent to beat USC? Absolutely. That game will come down to who's going to execute and who can really force turnovers and get stops because they're both two high-powered offenses. But yeah, I think Maryland will have a chance, man. I don't think they're an elite team. I think they're very, very good, and they're not getting a lot of publicity because they just go out there, play basketball, and get the dub and keep it moving. They're not like the sexiest team to watch as far as play style. And they don't really have like a superstar, but they have two very, very good guards and a balanced attack, and they play defense. Yeah, yeah. South Carolina got back to business really fast. South Carolina got back to business extremely fast. They shook it off. Yeah, next week I think it's next Sunday. I think next Sunday we get UNC versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame. As a Bruins fan, I won't cap. I'm really not interested in seeing the Gamecocks again this season. I'm straight on all of that. Yo, I'm telling you, RC, man, it's tough to beat a team twice. Just saying. It's tough to beat a team twice. But guys, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I had to give y'all at least an hour a day, man. With the new poll coming out, we had to break it down, talk about some things. I appreciate everybody tuning in, showing love. Y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. We will be back live throughout the week. I've got more content. I'm back home now. Had a vacation, had to spend some time with the fam for Christmas and all that good stuff. But we back for the holidays, salute to whatever you celebrate. But we back. And I will be back active all week and moving forward. This break is over. Women's College Hoops is back, and we are ready to run it. I'm just going to shake it off. Yeah, they shook it off. They shook it off. I talked about Tanaya Latson earlier, Lindy, leading scorer in the country, leading Florida State right now. Smaller guard, but she is a damn bucket. She is a damn bucket for sure. I love her game. I actually made a early player of the year video list, and she was on my list. Part 1. I have to get part 2, part 3 out as well. But hey man, appreciate y'all. Much love. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. None of this is possible without you great people. We're at 50-50 with the poll as I close the vote. Y'all stay tuned. Holler at me in the comments. And hey man, have a great new year. Take care. Till next time. We out.